Let's talk about vertical bars now. And we're going to be using another example. Take a look at this beautiful graph. I'm kidding, it's not beautiful at all. And I'll tell you step by step why. And why not only it's not beautiful, it's not effective, and it does not do a good job delivering the message and the essence of it. First, with bars, you don't have a base value. Remember, bars are used for comparison. And by having a base value, you would be misrepresenting your data. Make sure you always have a zero baseline. And your graph is already starting to look much better. Now don't use all caps, bold and italic at the same time for your title. And by now you already learned the rules for use of text. So instead, write just like handwriting. And there you go. Now something that is looking weird here is the width of the columns. Try not to mess them too much by making too thin or too large. There's a golden rule that you can follow. Width of column equals 2 times the space between. And when you apply that, you'll have these bars. Already much better, much nicer. Now again, in terms of text, remember that labeling at an angle creates a difficulty for your audience that you don't want to create. Simplify, and in a way that's still understandable. And the last thing that you have to do has to do with the colors, of course. Use them to highlight, in case there is a focal point, like this. If not, then just have all of them in the same color. And make sure you have a high contrast, and having a white background might be a good idea in this case. So take a look how it looked like and how it looks like now. This is a much more effective graph for you to have in a presentation. Now that you know that, I want to quickly jump into the multi-vertical bars graphs and make a couple of points how to present them if you have to. First thing, when you look at this, you have to understand that you shouldn't be having these zebra patterns. And these are so common. Even certain times I see texture there and stuff. And a great way to tackle that is just use contrast from lightest to darkest. And your graph should look like this. Now when there are so many bars, you shouldn't be labeling them directly, because the most optimal way in this case would be having legends, like this. Make sure you put on top there, not in the bottom. So this is how it looked like, and this is how it looks like now. Much better, much nicer. And pretty simple stuff that you can apply right now. That's it for vertical bars. And in case you liked this video and you want to take the next step, we launched the Design for Scientists full course. And the best part, you don't need any prior experience in design. And all the content will be available wherever you are, whenever you need. All via on-demand short videos that go to the point. Enroll right now, you have the link below, and I'll see you in the course.